biggest effect of the tone of voice that the listener will receive is whether it's connected to your body or not. Any voice that's not body connected is not going to be efficient to listen to. If your voice is connected to your body, you're not going to really get to the gut level of being trustworthy. I think the best way to start becoming aware of your voice is maybe by recording yourself and listening to it, although that's a little bit brutal. And also, when you are having difficult situations like presentations, meetings, phone calls that are hard for you, if you start trying to notice how the voice works for you. In a perfect world, before you give a presentation, considering your voice, you will have done some homework of connecting your voice with your body. One of the quick pills you can do is to do a breathing exercise and to just have a calm moment. Anything that connects you downwards is good for the voice. So a worst kind of panic scenario when you're up there talking and you're losing it is to have a breath and imagine the breath comes from the soles of your feet. Anything that connects you down, Mama Earth will take care of it. I think it's safe to say that in any business setting, all the balance is so much more on content than on the voice. So whatever you can do, you always want to just go back to thinking of how are you delivering it. When you're giving a presentation to your employees or your team, they're actually just sitting there like a 4-year-old scanning. What is he really saying? What's the real message? And if you think about that a little bit more, you want to make sure that you're actually in balance. We believe what we see. We believe what we hear. We don't believe what people say. It's difficult to translate into words the effect of a full body voice because it is non-verbal. It means it doesn't really come through the words, it comes through the just sound of it. But the feeling is very palpable. I think it's like a sensation of coming home, of resting in yourself, of trust, and of being able to just unfold. The reasons for disconnect between the words and the tone of voice are many. If you don't really believe in it yourself, it's going to be obvious. If you're really uncertain, if you haven't really had the time to feel comfortable about it, they're going to hear it. So I think part of it is a lack of confidence and part of it is a lack of realness. As a coach, I very often get the question, so can you help me how I can lie better? Can you tell me how I can, sell a product better that I don't believe in? And actually the answer is get yourself a new product. Because there is no way to get authenticity repackaged. Real is real, lie is lie. Many times when people are afraid of public speaking, it's because of a framing, of a mindset of who am I to come up there and tell them what to do. And that's, if you come into a room with that kind of sensation in your body, it's going to be hard. So if I have one easy thing to say that might help is kind of reframing it and saying this is actually your chance to share. So if you change the framing from I need to go there and impose something on them and tell them something, who am I to tell them? If you go from there to this is my moment to share, and if I like it, they're going to like it, and it really matters to me that these people get it. Then it becomes a matter of sharing and of caring as opposed to imposing, and that mindset can actually take away some of the pressure. So the question about whether everybody has a natural voice, I would like to say I've met a few people who have like a vocal condition, like a disease where the vocal cords are attacked or something is heavily affected physiologically. They are, however, a minority of the people I've come across. I've come across tons of people who say I don't have a voice, I can't sing, and actually they can. So I would say the big majority of us, we are born with a natural access and joy with around using our voice. And what is really missing is not the voice, but it's the access to it. The work is not about going out there and getting something and acquiring something that is missing. It's about accessing what is already there, just waiting to be expressed. So I find it fascinating also the kind of emotional pressure we have around our voices. If you think about yourself and your own being, think about the way you talk about your voice. So when I started working with clients, it's almost saddening to see the immediacy of the judge that we have around our voice. It's like we don't allow ourselves to just send out a little sound unless it's pitch perfect the way we think it should be. And I even hear many people say, I don't have a voice. And my fascination is, well, you're saying that to me with your voice. And think about being your voice. Think about that little voice inside. That's going to be very harsh to be that hardly hit. And if you compare it to dancing and the body, we don't say, I don't have a body. We say, I can't dance. But we say, I don't have a voice. So again, it's this image of how neatly it is connected with our with who we are and our personality and what we can do in life. And we all have that voice, but sometimes we lack a situation with safety and tools where we can learn to express more.